Hello and welcome to my webpage and to my channel Schema Therapy with Susan. Today I will continue introducing the 18 early maladaptive schemas within the framework of Jeffrey Young's schema therapy model. In this video we will find out more about the entitlement schema that belongs to the impaired limits schema domain. As we have already clarified in former videos, the early maladaptive schemas are psychological constructs that include maladaptive beliefs about ourselves, the world, and other people. Schema therapy's basic idea is that when the normal healthy developmental needs of childhood are not met, early maladaptive schemas will develop, and these will later lead to self-defeating behavior patterns. For more general information on schema therapy, you may click the link in the description, and for more information on the other schemas, you can check out my webpage and my channel. The entitlement schema refers to the belief that the person should be able to do, say, or have whatever he or she wants immediately, regardless of whether that hurts others or seems reasonable to them. People with this schema are not interested in what other people need, rarely consider the costs of their actions on others, and have very little capacity for true empathy. People with this schema feel that they are special. They believe that they are better than other people and feel entitled to special rights and privileges. Sometimes they can come across as very charismatic, and they use this to control more vulnerable people or to manipulate others into their way of thinking. They don't feel that they have to reciprocate in relationships, and they try to control and manipulate others to get their needs met. They can be very domineering, controlling, and will often use a position of power to abuse others. Typical behaviors include extreme competitiveness, selfish acts, ignoring rules and regulations, and forcing their own opinion on others. When activated, this schema may understandably put strain on the interpersonal relationships in both private life and at the workplace. Typically, partners feel lonely with their needs unmet in their relationships with their partner who has the entitlement schema. Partners can end up feeling quite emotionally unstable due to the manipulation and abuse that they receive. The entitlement schema may also lead to excessive competitiveness, often at a cost to the person's own well-being. People who are affected by this schema can experience difficulties at work as well due to complaints from other colleagues about the entitled behaviors that make them difficult team members. Or they may not tolerate being overlooked for a promotion and engage in career-destroying behaviors as a result. People who have this schema can become depressed, particularly when they hit a ceiling of achievement in their lives. The true need behind this schema is feeling the value of social relationships and acceptance of who we are as people, rather than identifying ourselves in terms of relative superiority. Here are some items to think about if you are considering whether the entitlement schema resonates with you. As for the other schemas, the entitlement schema occurs due to the unmet core emotional needs in childhood. For some, it is likely to have been caused through indulgent parenting by parents who encourage beliefs of specialness above others without appropriate limit setting. For others, this schema is born out of the emotional deprivation schema and the belief that the person doesn't matter at all. The entitlement schema in this later group tends to prevent the pain of the emotional deprivation schema by creating a false sense of specialness and importance. In schema therapy, the person with the entitlement schema should get in touch with his or her vulnerable child part, as well as the possible emotional pain of deprivation behind the schema. The client should understand the negative consequences of this pattern and work on developing empathy. He or she should abandon misusing power over others, superficial judgment, and overemphasis of status and power. Additionally, anger management and assertiveness training are important to replace overly aggressive approaches to others. During couple sessions, the partner may learn to set limits to abusive behavior. People with the entitlement schema need a realistic view of their strengths and weaknesses, while they also need to accept that they have to follow the rules as everyone else and treat other people respectfully. If you are interested in schema therapy, you can contact me at my email address. Check out my webpage for more information and regular self-development activity updates.